Hello and welcome back to American Truck Simulator. Today we're going to be taking a load to Denver in our venture to get back to Wichita. And we're going to be taking this load from Venture, and it goes to Denver. It is a fragile load. It's a just-in-time important delivery. And as you can see, it is 3 trailers. So we're doing a triple today. This is something that, under normal circumstances, I would absolutely refuse to do. I'll be honest with you. Doubles and triples scare the hell out of me. But we're going to go ahead and take this, and we're going to. I didn't realize I'd engaged the parking brake. Oh well. We're going to see how well we do with it. So one thing that we're going to have to do with this uh, with this load is we're definitely going to have to scale it, I think, but I'm not sure exactly how we're going to accomplish that because typical doubles and triples do not fit on standard length scales. Oops. Yep, there's a car coming. All right. Oh boy, that figures. Just as we get moving. But at least we're out in traffic. It's a short terrain, I'll tell you. I know out in this part of the country, trains are mile, 2 miles long. And it's rather interesting to, he's going to try and pull out in front of me. This guy's not giving me a friggin' inch. Seriously. Man. Naturally. Telling you what, man, the truck drivers here, or truck drivers in this game, seem to drive like they're not driving trucks. That's not a surprise, not in the least. To be perfectly honest with you. Boy, somebody failed their job there. Squiggle lines. So we're going to go ahead and pick this load up and head on out. But before we do, we're going to go ahead and basically plan our route to where in the hell is it? Well, that brings back familiar feelings. Where in the hell's it turning for these guys? Now we got to find the. I'd like to know how they got that truck there. There it is. Yeah, and you can see our trailer right there. So go in here and pick it up. All right. I was just looking at the other loads, and they all looked like they were going roughly the same place, but they weren't. Well, I tell you what, I've been to places that look like this. They're really nice on the outside. They look like crap on the inside. Of course, you can't really expect much with stuff like this, or with freight handlers. All right. So we are going to have to find a place to pull over and park real quick. So we'll just figure that out. That's a terminal. That's one of those two's a terminal. I'm not going to worry about those. Oops. Looks like that's a truck stop, so we'll pull in there. And we'll scale our load if we can. If not, I'm not going to worry about it. Okay, that's 84. And it's going to take us over 80. Yeah, that's the right route to have. All right. So we'll do that. We'll get fuel, sleep, and scaled here. And then I do believe that we should be able to make this run at one time. So we will do that, and we'll get rolling here. So let's go ahead, head on out, see if we can't get this little mini train here going. Oh, we're gonna run into a problem already. I really do not like gear. God damn it. Yep, we hit that pole. Oh well. Didn't do enough damage to warrant worrying about it. Let's take our oversized load experience into account here. See if we can't get the hell out of here with this thing. We're just going to clear the pilot house. That's good. Yeah, doubles and triples scare the hell out of me just driving around. You know, driving by them, they scare the hell out of me because they've got that tail whip issue going, where any movement that you make with the cab is compounded and magnified by the time you reach the back of the train. And you know, a 1-inch correction will be a 1-foot correction at the back of your train there. But yeah, these are not fun, and I don't look forward to having to fight this thing very much. So 785. Yeah, we may have to stop again. And we drove for the back of the trailer. We drove for the back trailer. We kept it in our lane, good as gold. And we're just going to keep on rolling because the light's red. And it's going to be turning green here in just a second. glad I planned that out. I didn't really, but you know. So this is going to be something that we are absolutely not going to be able to back up in any way, shape, or form. So, whoops, we need to make doubly sure that everything we do is just nuts on perfect. So, yeah. Come on, light. Thank you. Naturally. I'll be honest with you, the fact that these uh, lights turn so fast in this game is actually kind of irritating. So while we're sitting here, I'm just going to look. I'm going to see what lane we actually need to be in. We actually do need to be in that curb lane, but we've got a little ways to get there. So that's fine. We'll move over at some point. I can hear any Australians out there laughing at me when I talk about these three little pup trailers that I'm hauling right now being a road train. They haul 5 and 6, sometimes up to 10 trailers behind them. Yeah, they've got their trucks down there have got the balls to do it. Really? You fucking kidding me? You know what? I'm going straight through. So I've got to have... Yeah, see, this is why we've got to make sure that we're good. We're liable to take his back end off. Well, we made it. I'm going straight through. Well, what passes for straight in a Y intersection? Oh, get in there. Damn. So we're actually going to top off our tank here at this truck stop that we're coming up to. We're gonna top it off just to say that we could. We don't particularly need to, but that's that's how we're gonna play it for now. Mainly because this this run is so long that we're going to need a second stop. But I'm not too terribly concerned with running out of fuel. I think we'll make it easily. Bonk, bonk, bonk. There's only so much that I can do. So I genuinely do not know what this canyon is that we're passing over here. So, like I said in the end of my last episode, if anybody knows, let me know, because I'd be curious to know what it's supposed to represent. too far north for it to be the Grand Canyon. So, if I'm not mistaken, we're still in Idaho, but I could be wrong. In fact, I'm pretty sure I am wrong now, come to think of it. I couldn't read that sign. Somebody else probably could, but I couldn't. Oh, shoot. Idaho. Yeah, we are in Idaho. Thank you. We went down as many gears as we could. Here we go. Oh, mercy. Yeah, this is the second of the 2 recordings that I'm doing in this uh, in this stretch, so I probably won't have very much to say, but if I find something to say, by God, I'll say it. We all know I can talk. Oh, get in there. Dang it. Thank you. That 6 position's still plaguing me. Not 6 on that, but it would actually be 5 and 10. So if we manage to get up to 10th gear, you'll see which position 6th position is on this shifter. I don't know what. I think there's like a magnet or something in it that it does not want to cooperate. Whoa. Okay. Well, I bet somebody in that car had a brown pants moment. Come on, light. Okay, so we're gonna go in here. And if we're lucky, numbnuts there won't try and turn in front of us. We won't hit the pole. That's always a good sign. Trucks. Okay. So we're going to come out almost to this pole here. We're aiming for this first one. Right. So I will be right back. Alright, we are back, and we are fueled up and rested up. Now we got to go scale out, and I've got to figure out how to get into that scale before we can do that. So we're going to go around the world here. And something in a in a big truck, what you don't want to do oftentimes is cut through the parking lot. That's not a good practice to have. All right, but we're gonna have to do it here. Where is the scale? Oh, it's around here somewhere. Okay, we're actually Approaching it from the back side. Great. That figures, doesn't it? Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to go back around the world and do that again. Because I am an idiot. But we all knew that. We're going to go back around the shop. And I was kind of hoping that we could get through here and it would just be there, but I didn't see it when we pulled in. Alright, that was good enough. Good enough it'll work, I think. Lucky. Nope. Shit. Maybe. Nope. Damn it. Alright. Well, that was stupid. We're gonna have a problem here. This is why we can't back it up. So we're just gonna have to force it on. Where's my button here? I'm in the dark right now. Yep, that's what I thought. Well, as long as we don't cause any damage to the trailer, I think we'll be alright. Don't ever do that. I'm stupid. But we're gonna get moving here, so they'll figure out what happened later. So, around the world we go yet again. Yeah, that just kind of gives you an example. These triples, these doubles and triples, they just do not fit in a scale. A DOT will get you on the scale in a weight station, but typically they do not fit. You know, they'll figure out how to make it work for you. But typically you will not fit in a regular cat scale. And that's a good example of it. A good example of what I'm talking about. So yeah, don't ever do that. If you're driving in real life, if you're thinking about getting your license in real life, don't take what I'm doing in this game to be any sort of possibility or legal, for that matter. Just kind of go with what your driver trainer tells you. If you've got a good driver trainer in the company that you work for. And if you're just learning and you got a good school, pay attention to your teachers. They'll teach you a lot. This is not the place to learn. As made evident by my continuous lack of ability to downshift in this game for some damn reason. Okay, now we're gonna get ready to. We're getting rolling here. Now this trailer, I don't know if you saw it on the scale or not, is 100, or this load is 105,000 pounds. So this truck is going to really struggle to get it moving. And that makes perfect sense considering it's got a 10 speed and it's a heavy load. But we'll get it moving nonetheless. I actually managed to get it into 10th gear without too much of an issue this time. That's the 6th position right there, is 5th and 10th on this transmission. In case there's any kind of question about it after all this time. So we're going to set our cruise control here in a little bit. Probably won't be too long. There we go. And we can just relax. So I'm hoping that the new truck that we get, and we're gonna keep driving this one for a while, but I'm hoping that the new truck that we get will be adequate for what we're doing. And eventually we're going to end up starting to buy trailers. We're going to start looking into our own equipment to start hauling loads. Now, what do you bet they pull us in? Damn, I'm good. So typically with a double triple, what they would do, since we're here anyway, what they would do is they would weigh, they would bring you on, they would weigh each trailer individually. So something like this, or you know, actually a better way to describe it is they would go through and they'd weigh each axle individually. So what you would do is you would pull up onto their scale and you would you'd stop when they tell you to stop, and then you pull forward until your next set of axles was on the trailer, was on the scale, and so on until you're through. And then they'd either clear you or they would pull you back around for a further inspection. But like I said, these doubles and triples, they won't fit on a typical cat scale. They're just too long. Cat scales are meant for 53-foot trailers, and this is far and away longer than that. I think we're talking probably about half again as long, but considering this is 3 pup trailers. So it's a bit of a challenge to get something like this weighed. So what I'm seeing in this is, what I'm seeing here, because I haven't driven a double triple like this. This is a triple. It does not look like they've programmed in the tail whip effect that these kinds of setups have, and that is fine with me, man. I am perfectly happy not having to deal with a tail whip on this thing. As you go down the road, you see that back trailer just doing its own thing. It'll scare you if you really pay attention to it. As long as it's moving forward, I guess you're okay, but if it ever comes over to your own lane and the guy's still driving forward, watch out. We're doing 70. If we have to pass anybody, they're going too damn slow. That's something I've said forever and a day. If I'm doing the speed limit and I'm passing you, you're going too slow. If you're passing me, you're going too fast. And I stand by that. There's no reason to speed. There's no reason to go too slow either. But that said, my opinion on going too slow has changed significantly over the years. We can do 80. I'm going to do 80. There we go. So if anybody looks at the dashboard, you're going to see that this speedometer is pegged out. So I think we've actually got enough pulling power to do 85 or 90 in this truck. But we're never going to see those kinds of speeds. Not unless we're messing around, and I don't do that kind of thing in a semi. I know the kinds of dangers that we have to deal with a lot. And I know that the physics involved are rather unnerving at times. But if we can do the speed limit, that's what we're going to do. Of course, this guy's not doing the speed limit. So we're going to make up about 20 minutes per... Ah, shit. That's all fine and dandy, but he's trying to slow down. At port entry, oh, we're 70 through here. Damn it. Oh, we must be close to Salt Lake, so I'm going to move back over. This guy could at least do the frickin' speed limit. Instead, we're going to do 40. And I'm going to struggle to get up this hill because he couldn't be bothered to move over or maintain his speed for any length of time. But it is what it is. People behind me don't like what I'm doing, they can kiss my ass. Anybody that knows me halfway well, and I should say this, I should probably have said this a lot sooner in this series. Anybody that knows me halfway well knows that I bitch like this a lot. I cuss and complain about traffic a lot, just like this. So what you're seeing is just everyday, run-of-the-mill. You know, nothing I'm doing specifically for this series. So it's just that's something that it's more of a habit than anything anything with me. We're doing 70, 75. I know we can do 75. We were just doing 80, so we'll get up there. Not going to be too much of an issue. I think we're going slightly uphill, which is why it's taking longer than normal. There we go. Something I want to do if I ever get the money again is go traveling. I've said this before, and I stand by it. I absolutely do want to go back to traveling a lot, and I have pretty well determined that if I can and I have the financial wherewithal, I'm going to get myself an RV and I'm going to go back to traveling a lot during the year. But that just really depends on finances more than anything. We got a International Lone Star coming up next to us. That's a nice truck, nice looking truck. Oh, he's going to have fun in that far lane. Watch him cut back in front of me real quick. So I'm not going to back off. Well, if it was a real driver, he would. Yep, that figures. Just coast down in first gear. They're not gonna know. Whoa, mule. Illegal trailer usage offense. Horse shit. Oh boy. Well, this will be a fun fucking trip, won't it? We got 2 or 3 more wait stations we got to get through. 5 will get you 10. We get pulled in and fined every single one of them. That's another reason I won't use double, or I won't haul doubles and triples. And when we get to the point where we can afford to buy our own equipment aside from trucks, we are definitely not going to be doing doubles and triples. We may do articulateds, but we will not do doubles and triples. That's just not going to be a happening thing. Merging traffic. Yes, I see it. I've got plenty of time to move over. That's how it should be done, right there. You give them plenty of space to move over, and then you move back in front of them. Let the people behind you pass you. So with the end of this load, we should have roughly about 220, 230 in the account, and that's 220, 230,000, by the way, if you're not looking at the UI there. But yeah, we got plenty of time. But we're going back to Wichita, I hope. So by then we should have possibly 300 if we're lucky. Okay, now it's back up to 80. So we'll do 80. If we can. So I think a pretty good explanation for why I got fined there is because I do not know state laws for doubles and triples. Mainly because I don't hold that endorsement on my license, and I refuse to get it. That hazmat and hazmat, doubles and triples, tankers, they really don't pay enough for what they are. And of course we get to do 60 because this guy doesn't know how to move the fuck over or speed up. 60 and an 80. Good lord. I have actually been into Little America, which is the truck stop we're passing. I have actually been into Little America one time. One time. And I believe I got a ham sandwich. I think that, you know, it's a very nice place, but I think that was the gist of it. We stopped in there long enough to get something to eat, and that was it. Well, it's a good thing. That. Oh, come on, dude. Quit putting your damn brakes on. It's 65 through here. You do not need to do 60. Now it's 75. You want to speed up a little more, or are you going to keep hitting your brakes? Thank you. Fuck out of the road. Make some damn time, and people ride their brakes like they're riding a bicycle. I keep forgetting I've got cruise control on, and I keep forgetting what it's set to. Oh well. But yeah, the endorsements that I have on my license right now are passenger and shoot, I don't remember the other one. I think I've only got one or two. But I know I've got passenger on my license, and I do not. As a matter of fact, I do not have a automatic restriction on my license. And one of the things that pissed me off so bad, and I should have took this as an early warning sign with Knight, that they were going to try and pull some shady shit with me, is that they wanted to try and convince me that I had a restriction on my license. And I got my license about 6 months to a year before uh, 6 months to a year before the whole automatic restriction was made law. So I know how to drive stick. I learned how to drive stick in a Freightliner, and come hell or high water. Now that is a perfectly legal train. that train is miles long. That's what they should look like in this part of the country. But yeah, I do not have a restriction on my license at all, and I will argue with anybody until my dying breath about that. And I've actually asked DOT and the DMV several times, and they say, no, you don't have any restrictions on your license. So if anybody wants to try and convince me otherwise, they're going to have to take me to court over it. Alright. Yeah. I'll bet I'll still be going faster than everybody else at 75. It's pretty sad. It is pretty sad. I'm just going balls to the wall. Everybody's putting along like they're on their coffee break or something. I'm doing the speed limit. I'm not intentionally camping out in the right lane. In fact, I don't like doing it. But with traffic backed up for over 20 miles because of one idiot who can't do the speed limit, I don't really see that I've got much of a choice. It looks like we're passing through some familiar country. I don't remember it, but looks like that's what we're doing. Now, you know, as soon as we get up to this guy, he's going to start doing the speed limit. Not in the least bit anticipating he's going to stay at 60 mile an hour the way he is. Well, maybe I'm wrong. I'm not above being wrong. I mean, 10 times out of 9 I'm right, but I'm not above being wrong. In fact, I kind of prefer it if I was wrong from time to time. Shows people I'm not entirely perfect. You know, what is the truth? I can't stand when people say, you know, oh, he's perfect. No, I'm not. No, I am not. I make mistakes. What the hell is that? Oh, it's got to be from that factory. It's just a swirling white thing all of a sudden. It looks like we might actually make it in one go, but maybe, maybe not. I know we've got until Tuesday morning to get it there. Just depends on oh boy, here we go. Oh, road closed, okay. That's a little different. The road closes when those lights are flashing, and that's usually in inclement weather. Yeah. All traffic must exit when flashing. Well, doesn't look like it was flashing, so I think we're good. Here we go again with a bunch of stupid people not doing the damn speed limit. Guy moved out to go around the truck. Now he's not moving. Truck's not moving. At least I'm able to not catch up to him too fast. We're gonna jump over and hope we don't have a frickin' wait station up here. Okay. I about hit the brakes seeing that sign. Thought we had to go through another wait station. Laramie. Yep. Oh, mercy. He moves over, watch him come right back over after we get past this exit. There you go. Hate being right all the time. Okay. So we got about 212 miles. I don't think we're going to make it one go, but that's not too big of a deal. I just hope we don't get another fine for our trailer violation that routing wasn't aware of. That's just a load of horse shit that you get a trailer violation. But that's the government for you. And the bad thing is it comes out of the driver's pocket. That's the bad thing. The drivers, honestly, I don't think the driver should be responsible for that kind of thing. If you need to have a load take up 3 trailers, put it in 3 separate fucking trailers and have 3 separate fucking trucks drive it. Honestly. Oh, shit. Turn the truck back on. Don't turn the truck off when you're trying to go uphill. $75, alright. Oh, come on, dude. You saw me fucking moving over. Late than never. That's a good thing to have in mind. Good thing to keep in mind. Now it looks like we're going to take this exit here. back on 25. So we probably should have pulled in there and slept, but we're going to try and make it as far as we can before we do. I'm not too terribly worried about finding a place to pull off. There's plenty of them. However, I know we've got another weight station coming up, so that's going to be fun. At least I'm pretty sure we got another weight station coming up. Oops. Put on the road, no nuts. I'd pull in there, but it doesn't, I don't think we'd fit, and it doesn't look like it's, like we've got the little icon for it anyway. We are back in Colorado. And with any luck, we won't get slammed for this trailer. They've already fined us once. Hopefully they don't do it again. But we'll find out here in a second, won't we? Yep. Hey, what do you know? They let us go. Helps if I go into the right gear. So we should be getting pretty close to Denver. Loveland. Yep, we're getting pretty close to Denver. I've been to Loveland before. Many times. Get in gear, thank you. like we may just make it right at the very end of our clock here. That'll be alright. That's doable. If not, we'll park it someplace real close by and deliver it in the morning, early in the morning. But I'd be willing to bet we'll make it. Get out from in front of me. I think I could have stayed over in that lane. In fact, I probably should have. Yep. Do it this way. Well, we're gonna make it. Barely, but we're gonna make it. Now the question is, are we gonna have any time to find some place or not? Truth be told, I may come back here and buy that place. Buy that little shop there. One of the places I do want to have a foothold is Colorado. Seven miles from where we need to be. I think we can go ahead and pull in. In fact, it's right up there. And it looks like we are right next to a truck stop as well. So they're not going to get us too much for violation. Oh, no. There we go. Okay. That scared me. See, I just edited that video. As of filming this and the previous episode, I just edited and posted the episode titled "I Need More Power," and that's what scared me. It's like, oh man, don't tell me I'm gonna have to frickin' deal with that now. Whoa, Nelly. Okay. We're right there. Come on, light. Come on, light. Thank you. Yeah, I thought we'd I genuinely thought that we had stalled it out, but we didn't. If we did, we didn't do it too badly. Alright, so another staffing area. Where do we pull in? That's one time where a button hook like that would be a good um, turn to make. Oh, okay. Even though we didn't quite do it wide enough. That'll be alright. Alrighty. So that's going to be it for this episode. I'm going to go over to that truck stop once we get unloaded here. And I'm going to park it. Alrighty, so if you guys enjoyed the episode, go ahead and leave a like and maybe subscribe to the channel. If you guys have your own stories to share, if you're professional drivers, former or current, I'd love to hear them in the comments below. If you guys play the game and have any tips or tricks that you want to add, like I say, leave them in the comment below. I'd love to hear from you guys. If you want to support the channel, other than subscribing here on YouTube, you can go ahead and head on over to Patreon. And starting at just $3 a month with no waiting period on any of the benefits, you can see all of the unedited content from this and every episode that I post here on YouTube, every video, every series. So with that, I want to go ahead and say thank you again for joining me here today, and I will see you on the next one.